White or dark walls, tile or stone fireplace. Those are just some of the design decisions that go into a new build or a remodel. Designer Joseph Ward says it is less scary when you can really see all of your options clearly. Today he's walking us through some common design questions, some common design decisions. It's great to see you.
Good to be here.
You're all about the visualization, right? When a client comes to you, that's what you want to be able to provide them is with a look at
it
those
helps
choices.
tons, don't you think?
Absolutely. Do you find that people are able to make those swifter, more solid decisions?
Sure, yeah. Like you'll see it and you'll be like, I don't like that, or I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it helps tons.
All right.
And for me as a designer, it helps too to come up with something that's really awesome.
Well, you're going to walk us through those choices today and
Okay.
give us your design opinion, right?
Awesome, yeah.
We always like that from you.
Yeah.
First, let's start in the bathroom. There's that idea between, white or dark walls. White, we're told, kind of opens it up. Dark can close it in. And a bathroom is already a small space. What's your take?
On this one, I thought the bathroom was so large that I did like the darker gray. And like the tile, there's like a detail on the shower up top in the corners.
Yeah.
And they have that little scallop. And like, you can kind of see it better.
Shows it off.
On the darker walls, but I liked them both.
I mean, this is a gorgeous, spacious bathroom. Does that rule hold in a small space? We shouldn't go dark?
No.
Not always?
Because of the floors were all white, the ceiling was white, a lot of the countertops are white. There's enough light in there that...
To break it up.
Yeah, to break it up, yeah.
So as long as you have some light, some white.
Yep.
Let's look at this decision in a room like the family room. Same question on the table, light versus dark walls.
Oh, yeah. So this is a great one. Again, this is kind of a client preference. It's not like there's right or wrong.
Yeah.
So this particular client really liked the higher contrast, She's like, I like things that really punch and pop. And so the white, when it was all white, is pretty.
Yeah.
And potentially for her, read a little beachy.
Sure, I can
She's
see
like,
that
I want to go beachy or coastal. So we did the black entryway and that accent wall just to help things pop more.
So just these two examples might surprise people that I might not want all white on my walls or in my space. That color or some contrast is appealing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you see it from different perspectives and different walls, you're like, oh yeah, that would be nice if my eye was drawn to here or there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about with furniture? We've got an example of a light or dark dining banquette. What do you think? Banquette? Sorry.
Yeah. On this one, I liked the dark one because it had like the black windows and then the banquette, which would be kind of like a fake leather vinyl type thing that you could wipe off easily. I thought it just blended in really nice with the black. But again, both of them look great.
All right, we've got some lighting examples, a couple of different lighting options above the island there. What do you think? Let's cue that photo.
So on this particular one, the island was a different wood tones. So the one on the right is like really, really dark. And then the one on the left is like a warmer wood tone.
Oh, I see it now.
Can you see that a little bit? And the one on the right has like wood floors, and the one on the left had like large scale tiles that look like cement.
Oh, I see.
So you just kind of be like, oh, what do I want? Do I want the warmth on the floor and I want it cool on the cabinets, or I want warmth on the cabinets and cool on the floor?
And is there any psychology to that? The color or the warmth being higher versus lower, it draws the eye up?
No, just a different vibe, It's just a preference of what you'd like.
Just preferences.
Yeah.
Kitchen cabinets we've seen kind of have a resurgence in color. Some people wanting a color for their cabinets and some people preferring to keep it wood. Again, just preference?
Yeah, a lot. And oftentimes it does depend on the floor. Some people I don't want wood on wood, or maybe they do. Right, they want that warmth all over. So that does depend on the flooring quite a bit.
Kitchen hoods are kind of having a moment. People are paying more attention, I think, to what's happening above the stove.
Yeah.
Give us some advice in that area.
Oh, goodness. I would say, again, it depends on what you want to focus on. Like on this particular example we have here, we had, the black hood really pops, right? It really brings your eye in.
That's high contrast.
Yeah, and then the other one's a little more subtle, and we had these black cabinets with black metal doors with glass on them, and so your eye was kind of drawn to this two sides opposed to the middle. Again, it's just preference. I personally preferred the lighter hood.
Me too. So it's just seeing it. It's just spreading it out and saying, where else is there color or contrast in the room, and where could I afford to lighten it up? Yeah,
and a client will be like, well, I love what you did. What would it look like if we did black? Because maybe they've seen black on Pinterest or something, right? They thought they liked it, and it probably looked great in that picture.
Yeah.
But when you apply it to their home, they'll be like, never mind.
Look how you change the lights, too. Does that make a difference?
It does. Yeah, just give just a different vibe. Like, which one is more your style? Do you like this pendant or that one? Yeah.
Talk to me about the beams. We saw those kind of ceiling treatments in those photos, and you say there's some options options there too.
Yeah, so you can do so many things. In one picture, I had skylights, up in one of the previous images, up in between the beams. On this particular image, it was a remodel out in New York, and so it has a pitch ceiling in the current home, so the one at the beams. And so I did an option like, well, what if we flattened it off and made the kitchen a little more intimate, not so tall,
not so
you know
grand.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is where we did the two options for them and say, this is what it would look like if it was flat, and this is what it would look like if we left it vaulted.
What did they go
and
with?
we added these, they left it vaulted.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the ceilings are coming down a little bit to create that more cozy, intimate feeling.
Opposed to just this big, spacious vacuum.
All right, let's talk fireplace, another area of the home getting good attention. You have an example of a stone versus a plain. What do you like?
In this particular home, I liked the plain. The stone, again, both of them look nice, but as you know, if you saw the pictures of the home, what's the dining room like and what's the kitchen like, I liked the wood mantle, the surround better than all the stones. Stones seemed a little heavy.
So overall, I think the takeaway here is don't assume you know what you want, but seeing them side by side and seeing the overall aesthetic or the even detailed decisions like lighting, for example, can help communicate or help you decide.
Help you make a decision and move forward. And the client loves it and the general contractors love it because decisions are made in advance.
Absolutely. How can we get more from you? This is what you do. This is what you specialize in, this visualization.
Homewarddesign.com and on Instagram, Homeward Design.
All right. It's fun to see your work and kind of get inside the head of your clients.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Joseph.